Green tea has been consumed for centuries, especially in Asian cultures, not just as a refreshing drink, but as a daily ritual tied deeply to health, longevity, and clarity of mind. For a long time, people viewed tea simply as a beverage that soothed the senses, something warm to sip in the morning or evening. But modern science has peeled back the curtain and revealed something far more extraordinary. Green tea is not just a casual drink, it is a powerful activator of your body's metabolism, a natural medicine hidden in plain sight that can influence how your body burns fat, regulates blood sugar, protects your blood vessels, and even repairs cellular damage. Its impact goes far beyond hydration. It acts as a metabolic switch that recalibrates your body toward fat burning and healing. The unique properties of green tea lie in the compounds inside it, known as catechins, with one in particular, epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG, standing out as a superstar molecule. EGCG is not just an antioxidant. It has been proven in scientific studies to directly stimulate your metabolism by activating a special type of fat called brown fat. Most people think of fat as bad, but science now shows that there are actually different kinds of fat in the body. The white fat is the one we're most familiar with, the soft, squishy fat that collects around the belly, hips, and thighs. This type of fat stores excess calories, leading to weight gain and, over time, increasing the risk for diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. But brown fat is different. Brown fat is metabolically active fat. It doesn't store energy, it burns it. In fact, when brown fat is activated, it generates heat and consumes calories, working almost like an internal furnace. For decades, scientists thought brown fat only existed in babies to help keep them warm, but recent discoveries have shown that adults carry brown fat as well, although in smaller amounts. The exciting part is that foods like green tea can turn on this brown fat, stoking your body's internal calorie-burning fires. Imagine sipping a cup of green tea and quietly igniting your metabolism without even moving. That is the metabolic magic of catechins like EGCG. Beyond fat burning, green tea exerts a powerful anti-inflammatory effect throughout the body. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the silent killers of modern health, fueling everything from heart disease to cancer, obesity, Alzheimer's disease, and autoimmune conditions. The polyphenols in green tea act as natural inflammation regulators, calming down overactive pathways in the body that produce harmful inflammatory molecules. These polyphenols don't just stop inflammation, they also help repair damage caused by oxidative stress, which is the wear and tear inflicted on your cells from pollution, poor diet, stress, and even normal aging. Every time you drink green tea, you are flooding your body with compounds that clean up cellular damage and restore balance. This is why people who drink green tea regularly are observed to have lower rates of chronic diseases and live longer, healthier lives. In Japan, where green tea consumption is part of daily life, regions like Okinawa are home to some of the longest-lived people in the world, and their diets consistently feature green tea as a cornerstone of health. Another fascinating dimension of green tea is its impact on blood vessel health and circulation. Your blood vessels are lined with delicate cells called the endothelium, which control the ability of vessels to relax and allow blood to flow smoothly. Over time, poor diet, high blood sugar, smoking, or chronic inflammation can damage these cells, leading to stiff, narrowed arteries that raise the risk of heart attack and stroke. Studies show that the catechins in green tea can improve endothelial function, allowing vessels to dilate more easily and improving blood flow. Better circulation means more oxygen delivery to tissues, more nutrients reaching your cells, and faster healing throughout the body. This is particularly important for preventing heart disease, the #1 killer worldwide. Just the simple act of drinking a cup of green tea daily can strengthen your vascular system and reduce your risk of cardiovascular events by supporting your body's natural repair systems. Green tea also influences your brain in profound ways. Caffeine, which is naturally present in green tea, works together with an amino acid called L-theanine to sharpen focus, improve attention, and promote a state of calm alertness. Unlike the jittery rush of coffee, green tea provides a smoother lift in energy combined with mental clarity. This balance is particularly helpful for maintaining concentration throughout the day and even protecting long-term brain health. Research suggests that green tea drinkers may have a reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. This is partly due to its ability to reduce inflammation in the brain, but also because EGCG can cross the blood-brain barrier, directly influencing brain cells, reducing toxic protein buildup, and preserving healthy neuronal connections. Drinking green tea is not just about waking up your body, it's also about keeping your mind sharp and resilient. One of the lesser-known benefits of green tea lies in its ability to influence gut health. Your gut microbiome, the ecosystem of trillions of bacteria living in your digestive system, plays a critical role in metabolism, immunity, and even mood regulation. When your microbiome is imbalanced, harmful bacteria can flourish, leading to inflammation, weight gain, and increased disease risk. Green tea polyphenols act as prebiotics, feeding the good bacteria in your gut and creating an environment where beneficial microbes can thrive. This, in turn, supports better digestion, improved metabolism, and a stronger immune response. The ripple effect of a healthier microbiome is profound. It touches nearly every aspect of your health, from reducing belly fat to lowering inflammation throughout the body. When you add all of this together, the activation of brown fat for calorie burning, the reduction of harmful inflammation, the improvement of blood vessel health, the sharpening of brain function, and the support for gut health, it becomes clear why green tea has been celebrated not just as a beverage, but as a medicinal powerhouse across centuries and cultures. When we talk about foods that not only nourish but also heal the body, few are as remarkable as fatty fish. For centuries, coastal communities that lived on diets rich in fish enjoyed longer lives, stronger hearts, and sharper minds compared to those who relied more heavily on land-based foods. Today, modern science has confirmed what tradition has always suggested. Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, anchovies, and herring are nutritional treasures packed with omega-3 fatty acids, a unique type of fat that acts more like a medicine than a macronutrient. Unlike the unhealthy fats that clog arteries and contribute to disease, omega-3s actively repair the body, dampen dangerous inflammation, and transform how we store and burn energy. This is why fatty fish has earned its reputation as the omega-3 shield. It protects at the cellular level and equips the body to resist the silent, damaging processes that lead to chronic disease. At the center of this story are two critical omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These are essential fats, meaning the body cannot make them on its own. We must obtain them from the foods we eat. While plant-based sources like flaxseed and walnuts contain ALA, another form of omega-3, the human body is very inefficient at converting ALA into EPA and DHA. This is why fatty fish is so important. It provides these omega-3s in their most active, bioavailable forms. Once inside the body, EPA and DHA become building blocks for the membranes of every cell, improving flexibility, signaling, and resilience. Cells that are enriched with omega-3s respond better to stress, resist inflammation more effectively, and communicate with one another more efficiently. This cellular impact is one of the reasons omega-3s influence everything from heart rhythm to brain function to immune defense. One of the most profound benefits of omega-3 fatty acids from fatty fish is their ability to control inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation has been called the common denominator of nearly all major diseases. It silently damages arteries, joints, and organs, often for years before symptoms appear. Inflammation is the smoldering fire beneath conditions like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, and even depression. EPA and DHA are natural fire extinguishers for this process. They do not simply block inflammation like synthetic drugs. Instead, they actively resolve it by producing specialized molecules called resolvins and protectins. These compounds tell the immune system when it is time to stop fighting, when it is time to heal, and when it is time to rebuild. This capacity to switch the immune system from attack mode to healing mode is one of the most extraordinary contributions of omega-3s to human health. The cardiovascular benefits of fatty fish are especially well documented. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide, and yet populations that consume fatty fish several times per week consistently show lower rates of heart attacks and strokes. Omega-3s lower triglycerides, improve the flexibility of arteries, stabilize the electrical rhythms of the heart, and reduce clot formation. They also lower blood pressure by improving the ability of blood vessels to dilate, enhancing circulation, and reducing the workload on the heart. What is remarkable is that these benefits occur not through extreme diets or medications, but through the simple inclusion of fish in the diet. Clinical studies have shown that just 2 servings of fatty fish per week can significantly lower cardiovascular risk. This means that even small, sustainable changes in dietary habits can translate into major long-term protection for one of the body's most vital systems. The influence of omega-3 fatty acids extends beyond the heart to the brain. DHA, in particular, is a major structural component of brain cell membranes and is essential for healthy cognitive function. In fact, the human brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and DHA is the most important of these fats for maintaining plasticity and communication between neurons. Research shows that higher intake of DHA is associated with improved memory, faster learning, and a reduced risk of age-related cognitive decline. It is also linked to lower rates of depression and anxiety, as omega-3s help regulate neurotransmitter systems that govern mood. For developing brains in children and protective aging in older adults, fatty fish provides the raw material needed to sustain sharpness, stability, and resilience in the mind. Another fascinating aspect of omega-3s from fatty fish is their role in metabolism and fat burning. While it may seem counterintuitive to eat fatty foods to lose fat, omega-3s reprogram how the body handles calories. They enhance insulin sensitivity, allowing muscles to take up glucose more efficiently and preventing excess sugar from being stored as fat. They also increase the oxidation of fat in mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside cells, which means more fat is burned for energy rather than stored around the waistline. Studies have shown that individuals who consume omega-3 rich fish not only reduce visceral fat, the harmful fat surrounding organs, but also improve muscle metabolism, making them more efficient at using energy throughout the day. This makes fatty fish a unique ally for both weight management and metabolic health. The immune system also benefits enormously from fatty fish. EPA and DHA help balance immune responses so they are strong enough to defend against infections, but not so overactive that they trigger autoimmune damage. In conditions such as asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, and inflammatory bowel disease, omega-3 intake has been shown to reduce symptoms and improve quality of life. By influencing the very signaling molecules that guide immune activity, omega-3s help maintain a state of harmony where defense and repair work together instead of against one another. This is particularly important as we age, when immune regulation becomes more fragile and the risk of chronic inflammation-driven disease rises. When we look across the wide spectrum of benefits, from protecting the heart and calming inflammation to supporting brain health, balancing metabolism and modulating the immune system, it is clear why fatty fish has become one of the most celebrated health foods of our time. It offers a profound example of how something as simple and accessible as what we choose to eat can completely reshape the trajectory of our health from the inside out. Blueberries may look small and unassuming, but their health benefits are nothing short of extraordinary. For centuries, wild blueberries were consumed by indigenous cultures as both food and medicine, prized not only for their sweet flavor, but also for their ability to restore energy, improve vision, and promote overall vitality. In modern times, science has caught up with tradition, and research has confirmed that blueberries are one of the most nutrient-dense, disease-fighting fruits available. These tiny berries are loaded with vitamins, minerals, and most importantly, phytochemicals, plant-based compounds that act like natural medicines in the body. Among these phytochemicals, anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their rich, deep blue color, have been studied extensively for their powerful effects on fat metabolism, blood sugar regulation, vascular health, brain performance, and inflammation. What makes blueberries so remarkable is that they influence the body on multiple levels at once, making them a true superfood in every sense of the word. One of the most striking benefits of blueberries is their ability to help reduce dangerous visceral fat, the type of fat that surrounds internal organs such as the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Visceral fat is not just a passive storage site for calories. It is metabolically active and constantly releases harmful inflammatory molecules that raise the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Studies have shown that people who consume blueberries regularly experience reductions in abdominal fat and improvements in metabolic health. The anthocyanins in blueberries help improve insulin sensitivity, which means that cells become more efficient at absorbing and using glucose instead of leaving it to accumulate in the blood and be stored as fat. This effect alone makes blueberries a powerful tool for preventing obesity and type 2 diabetes. Unlike fad diets or extreme interventions, the simple act of eating blueberries can nudge the metabolism toward a healthier state, one handful at a time. Blueberries also have profound effects on blood vessel health. The circulatory system is like a vast network of highways, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every organ and tissue in the body. The flexibility and responsiveness of blood vessels are critical for maintaining optimal circulation, but over time, poor diet, stress, and aging can damage the delicate endothelial cells that line the vessels. This leads to stiffness, reduced blood flow, and increased risk of heart disease and stroke. The anthocyanins in blueberries directly improve endothelial function, enhancing the ability of vessels to dilate and relax. In clinical studies, participants who consumed blueberry drinks or extracts demonstrated significant improvements in blood flow within just hours of consumption. This means that blueberries don't just offer long-term benefits, they provide immediate improvements to vascular health. By strengthening the circulatory system, blueberries reduce the risk of heart disease and also promote faster healing, better oxygen delivery, and greater overall resilience. The benefits of blueberries extend deeply into brain health as well. Cognitive decline, memory loss, and neurodegenerative diseases are often seen as unavoidable consequences of aging, but research suggests that diet plays a crucial role in determining how quickly or slowly the brain ages. Blueberries contain compounds that can cross the blood-brain barrier and directly influence neuronal activity. These compounds protect brain cells from oxidative stress, reduce the buildup of toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease, and improve communication between neurons. Clinical trials have shown that older adults who consume blueberries regularly experience measurable improvements in memory, learning, and overall cognitive performance. For younger individuals, blueberries can sharpen focus and mental clarity, making them a food that benefits the brain at every stage of life. By nourishing the brain with protective phytochemicals, blueberries help ensure that mental sharpness and vitality are preserved well into old age. Another fascinating dimension of blueberries is their role in reducing oxidative stress throughout the body. Oxidative stress is caused by an imbalance between free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells, and the body's ability to neutralize them with antioxidants. Left unchecked, oxidative stress accelerates aging and contributes to chronic diseases ranging from cancer to cardiovascular disease. Blueberries are one of the richest natural sources of antioxidants, with their anthocyanins, vitamin C, and other polyphenols working together to quench free radicals and prevent cellular damage. What makes blueberries unique is that their antioxidants are highly bioactive, meaning they are absorbed efficiently and reach tissues where they are most needed. This allows them to protect DNA, proteins, and lipids from oxidative injury, supporting the long-term health of every organ system. Blueberries also support the immune system in remarkable ways. The immune system must strike a delicate balance. It needs to be strong enough to fight infections, but not so overactive that it damages the body's own tissues. Chronic low-grade inflammation, often driven by poor diet and visceral fat, disrupts this balance and creates a state of constant immune overactivation. Blueberries contain compounds that calm overactive immune pathways while simultaneously enhancing the body's ability to mount defenses when needed. This immunomodulating effect helps lower the risk of infections, autoimmune disorders, and inflammatory conditions. At the same time, the fiber in blueberries feeds beneficial gut bacteria, strengthening the microbiome, which is intimately connected to immune function. By nourishing the gut, blueberries help build a stronger, more balanced immune system from within. What is equally important to note about blueberries is how accessible and versatile they are. They can be eaten fresh, frozen, or even in powdered form without losing their health benefits. Unlike exotic superfoods that are difficult to find or incorporate into daily life, blueberries are widely available and easy to include in a variety of meals. They can be blended into smoothies, sprinkled over oatmeal, mixed into salads, or simply eaten by the handful as a snack. Their natural sweetness makes them a healthy alternative to processed desserts and sugary treats, satisfying cravings while delivering powerful medicinal benefits. For people looking to make sustainable long-term changes to their diet, blueberries provide a simple and enjoyable way to do so. When you combine all of these effects, the reduction in visceral fat, improvements in blood vessel function, protection of brain health, reduction in oxidative stress, strengthening of the immune system, and versatility in everyday meals, it becomes clear why blueberries are considered one of the most impactful fruits in the world of nutrition. These tiny fruits deliver benefits on a scale far greater than their size, acting as powerful allies for healing, protection, and long-term health. Turmeric, with its striking golden color and earthy aroma, has been revered for thousands of years as both a spice and a medicine. In traditional Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine, turmeric was prescribed for conditions ranging from digestive problems to wound healing and joint pain. Today, science has uncovered the bioactive compound at the heart of turmeric's healing power, curcumin. This vibrant yellow molecule is far more than a pigment. It is a natural anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and cellular protector that works on multiple pathways in the body simultaneously. What makes turmeric so extraordinary is that it does not act like a single-target pharmaceutical drug. Rather, it orchestrates a symphony of healing processes, calming overactive immune responses, repairing tissues, and defending against damage at the molecular level. Its reputation as a golden healer is not poetic. It is rooted in solid evidence that turmeric influences fundamental mechanisms of health and disease. One of the most powerful effects of curcumin is its ability to combat chronic inflammation. While short bursts of inflammation are necessary for healing injuries and fighting infections, chronic low-grade inflammation is a silent driver of many of the diseases that shorten lives today. Heart disease, diabetes, obesity, cancer, and even neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's all share inflammation as a common underlying thread. Curcumin works by targeting multiple inflammatory pathways at once, lowering the production of inflammatory enzymes and signaling molecules that keep the body in a constant state of stress. Unlike synthetic drugs that may suppress one pathway and cause side effects elsewhere, curcumin restores balance across the system. This makes it a uniquely safe and comprehensive anti-inflammatory agent that the body readily recognizes and responds to. The antioxidant properties of turmeric are equally remarkable. Every day, our cells are bombarded by free radicals, unstable molecules generated by pollution, poor diet, stress, and even natural metabolic processes. Left unchecked, these free radicals cause oxidative damage to DNA, proteins, and cell membranes, accelerating aging and contributing to the development of disease. Curcumin neutralizes free radicals directly, but it also stimulates the body's own antioxidant defenses, enhancing the production of enzymes that continuously patrol cells and prevent oxidative injury. This dual action means that turmeric not only provides immediate protection, but also strengthens the body's long-term resilience. In this way, turmeric acts almost like a training partner for your cells, teaching them to withstand stress and maintain vitality over time. Turmeric's healing power extends to cardiovascular health as well. The health of the heart depends not only on strong cardiac muscle, but also on healthy blood vessels that can flex and respond to changes in circulation. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress damage the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels, leading to stiffness and plaque buildup. Research shows that curcumin improves endothelial function, helping vessels remain supple and responsive. It also reduces LDL cholesterol oxidation, a key process in the formation of arterial plaques, while supporting the production of protective HDL cholesterol. These effects lower the risk of heart disease and stroke, making turmeric a vital ally for one of the most critical systems in the body. What is remarkable is that the same golden spice you can sprinkle on your food exerts effects comparable to some pharmaceutical agents, yet it comes with the added benefits of supporting many other aspects of health simultaneously. The impact of turmeric on brain health is another area of profound scientific interest. Curcumin has the rare ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, allowing it to act directly on neurons and supporting cells in the central nervous system. This is significant because few compounds are able to reach the brain in meaningful concentrations. Once inside, curcumin reduces inflammation, protects neurons from oxidative damage, and promotes the growth of new brain cells by stimulating neurotrophic factors. These actions help preserve memory, enhance learning, and may reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Emerging evidence suggests that populations with higher turmeric consumption show lower rates of Alzheimer's disease, and clinical studies are beginning to explore turmeric's potential as a natural therapy for depression and anxiety by influencing neurotransmitter balance. This paints a picture of turmeric as not only a protector of physical health, but also as a guardian of mental well-being. Turmeric also plays a unique role in supporting joint and musculoskeletal health. Arthritis, characterized by painful swelling and stiffness in the joints, is driven largely by chronic inflammation. Standard treatments often involve anti-inflammatory drugs that can carry side effects with long-term use. Curcumin, however, has been shown to reduce joint pain and improve mobility without the risks associated with pharmaceuticals. By lowering inflammatory molecules in joint tissues and protecting cartilage from oxidative stress, turmeric helps preserve mobility and independence as people age. This is particularly valuable in societies where aging populations face rising rates of arthritis and related conditions that compromise quality of life. Turmeric offers a natural, sustainable way to maintain musculoskeletal health and keep people active well into their later years. Another important dimension of turmeric is its influence on metabolism and weight regulation. Chronic inflammation in fat tissue is one of the key drivers of obesity and insulin resistance. Curcumin calms this inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity and allowing cells to take up glucose more efficiently. This helps prevent the dangerous cycle of high blood sugar and fat accumulation. Turmeric also enhances the activity of enzymes involved in fat metabolism, encouraging the body to burn fat more effectively rather than store it. These metabolic benefits make turmeric a valuable tool in preventing type 2 diabetes and supporting healthy weight management. Unlike harsh interventions, turmeric works gently but powerfully, realigning the body's natural systems to function more effectively. Turmeric's versatility is part of what makes it so practical for everyday life. It can be incorporated into meals, teas, and even smoothies, providing not only flavor but also medicinal benefits. Because curcumin is not absorbed efficiently on its own, pairing turmeric with black pepper is essential, as the piperine in pepper boosts absorption dramatically. Combining turmeric with healthy fats like olive oil or coconut milk also enhances its bioavailability, ensuring that more of its healing compounds reach the bloodstream. This simple knowledge allows people to transform an ordinary spice into a potent daily medicine just by using it thoughtfully in cooking. When you consider its sweeping effects, from reducing inflammation and oxidative stress to protecting the heart, supporting the brain, preserving joint health, improving metabolism, and enhancing everyday meals, it becomes clear why turmeric has earned its reputation as one of the most powerful natural healers ever discovered. Nuts have been a staple in human diets for thousands of years, valued by ancient cultures not only for their rich taste and satisfying crunch, but also for their ability to sustain energy and support vitality. Today, science has revealed that nuts are far more than just convenient snacks. They are nutrient powerhouses packed with healthy fats, plant-based proteins, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals that together create a healing synergy inside the body. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, cashews, hazelnuts, and pecans all offer unique profiles of nutrients, but they share common benefits that directly improve metabolic health, reduce inflammation, strengthen the heart, and even extend lifespan. While nuts are calorie-dense, research has consistently shown that people who eat nuts regularly are less likely to gain weight and more likely to live longer, healthier lives. This paradox is explained by the way nuts influence how the body burns energy, processes fats, and regulates hunger hormones, making them a profound example of how real food can heal at multiple levels. One of the most striking benefits of nuts lies in their impact on cardiovascular health. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death globally, and yet study after study has shown that regular nut consumption significantly reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke. Walnuts, for example, are rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids called alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which reduce harmful inflammation in the blood vessels and lower the risk of arrhythmias. Almonds and pistachios, on the other hand, are loaded with monounsaturated fats, which improve cholesterol balance by lowering LDL cholesterol while raising HDL cholesterol. Beyond fats, nuts also contain powerful antioxidants such as vitamin E and polyphenols that prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, a critical step in the development of arterial plaque. By protecting the arteries from damage, improving lipid profiles, and supporting endothelial function, nuts act as natural guardians of the cardiovascular system. This explains why populations that include nuts as part of their daily diet, such as those following the Mediterranean lifestyle, experience dramatically lower rates of heart disease. Nuts also exert powerful anti-inflammatory effects that reverberate throughout the body. Chronic low-grade inflammation, often triggered by poor diet and excess visceral fat, is a silent contributor to many diseases. The bioactive compounds in nuts, including flavonoids, polyphenols, and phytosterols, calm down overactive inflammatory pathways and support the production of molecules that signal the body to repair and heal. Walnuts, in particular, have been studied for their ability to lower C-reactive protein, CRP, a marker of systemic inflammation linked to cardiovascular risk. By reducing inflammation at its source, nuts help prevent damage not only to the heart, but also to the joints, brain, and other organs that are vulnerable to chronic inflammatory stress. This makes them an essential component of an anti-inflammatory diet aimed at long-term disease prevention. The role of nuts in weight management and metabolism is another fascinating dimension of their healing power. At first glance, the high-calorie content of nuts might suggest that they would promote weight gain, but the opposite has proven true. Nuts are rich in fiber and protein, both of which promote satiety and help regulate appetite by influencing hormones such as ghrelin and leptin. They also contain fats that are metabolized differently from those in processed foods, healthy unsaturated fats that encourage the body to burn rather than store energy. Studies show that individuals who eat nuts regularly tend to have lower waist circumference, reduced belly fat, and better overall metabolic profiles. In fact, eating a handful of nuts daily has been linked to a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes, thanks to improved insulin sensitivity and better control of blood sugar levels. The combination of appetite control, improved fat metabolism, and enhanced insulin function explains why nuts play such a unique role in supporting healthy weight without the need for deprivation or restrictive dieting. Nuts also offer remarkable benefits for brain health. The human brain is highly dependent on healthy fats, antioxidants, and micronutrients for optimal function, and nuts provide all three in abundance. Walnuts, often called brain food because of their shape, are rich in DHA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid critical for preserving cognitive function and protecting against age-related decline. Almonds provide vitamin E, an antioxidant that shields neurons from oxidative damage, which is strongly implicated in neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Pistachios contain lutein and other carotenoids that improve blood flow to the brain and support memory and learning. Together, these compounds help improve focus, preserve memory, and maintain the integrity of brain cells over time. Regular nut consumption has been linked with slower rates of cognitive decline in older adults, suggesting that something as simple as eating a handful of nuts daily can play a role in keeping the mind sharp and resilient across the lifespan. The healing power of nuts also extends to the gut, an area of health that is now recognized as central to immunity, metabolism, and mental well-being. Nuts are a rich source of prebiotic fibers that feed beneficial gut bacteria, promoting a balanced and diverse microbiome. A healthy microbiome in turn produces short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation, strengthen the gut lining, and support immune defense. Research has shown that eating nuts such as almonds and pistachios increases the populations of probiotic bacteria like bifidobacteria and lactobacillus, which are associated with better digestion, improved nutrient absorption, and enhanced metabolic health. By nourishing the gut microbiome, nuts create ripple effects that extend to nearly every organ system, reinforcing the idea that gut health is the foundation of whole body health. Another important aspect of nuts is their ability to provide sustained energy without causing the blood sugar spikes and crashes associated with processed snacks. The combination of fiber, protein, and healthy fats slows digestion, leading to a gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. This stabilizes energy levels and prevents cravings, making nuts an ideal snack for maintaining focus and stamina throughout the day. For people living with diabetes or those at risk, this steadying effect on blood sugar can make a meaningful difference in long-term health outcomes. Unlike refined carbohydrates that provide empty calories, nuts provide nutrient-dense energy that feeds both the body and the brain. From their cardiovascular and anti-inflammatory benefits to their impact on weight, brain function, gut health, and energy regulation, nuts truly live up to their reputation as healing foods. They are nature's perfectly packaged medicine, portable, accessible, and versatile enough to be added into almost any diet. Whether sprinkled on salads, blended into smoothies, eaten raw, or incorporated into baked goods, nuts bring a combination of flavor, texture, and health benefits that are unmatched by most other foods. Their crunch is not just satisfying to the senses, it is a signal of the deep nourishment they provide, a daily reminder that food can be both pleasurable and profoundly healing at the same time.